Hi, my name is Trisha. I'm an inspiring author, and I have decided that this is the year that I'm actually going to vlog for NaNoWriMo, and I think actually I'm going to start with Preptober. So that's in less than a month now because it is September 5th. And so through this month, I definitely do want to make sure that I finish my current project because it is book one to the project I want to work on in NaNoWriMo. So I want to be done with this first draft of this one. But yeah, my goal here is just to, keep track of my progress as a writer. I want to be able to look back and see how far I've come and what I've done. I've been, getting into the Twitter community, the Twitter writing community, which is really awesome. And so I'm wanting to expand. I've, started to do Instagram. Not very good with Instagram yet, but mainly using it for my writing. And then of course I've also started my blog, which is literally just my progress as a writer. It's not like writing tips or anything like that, or not yet at least. I don't feel qualified to give any advice right now because I don't even know what I'm doing. I've been writing since I was like 11 and I just turned 27, so I've been writing for a long time, yes, but as far as getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm actually going to sit down and do a real project to get published, this is my first time doing that, so I don't feel qualified to give advice yet. So my blog is solely for me at this point, just to be a collection of my stories. And right now I have like 4 current works in projects that are novels, and then I've got like a few short stories up, and I want to just keep going with that, updating a short story a month just to kind of keep my creative juices going, and kind of get back in the flow of my writing. So I used to write a lot, and as of late I do not, so I'm getting back into that. So that's my goals for this YouTube. That's what I'm going to be trying to accomplish. So I'm glad that you guys clicked on this video. I'm glad that you guys are following along. I'm sorry that I'm a little awkward. I've never done vlogging before. I attempted to do like a daily update of my writing last Nano on my Twitter, and it lasted 5 days, no joke. And those 5 days were the only 5 days I wrote in Nano. Needless to say, I failed. But the project I'm working on right now is that same Nano project. I'm doing it by hand because, without going too far into detail, I just don't have a laptop anymore. So I've gotten pretty far. I've only got this many pages left. So I'm wanting to finish this book. Its working title is Marked, but I've been calling it AVD. And then I want to write AVD 2, which is its sequel for Nano. So I do want to finish this before I start that. And so my goal is to finish this month. It originally was last month, but I had to push it to this month. So I don't have too far to go though, because I'm doing the 3-act, 9-block, 27-chapter outline, and it's a very rough outline, and I'm missing so many scenes, I know. But it was really nice to have as a starting point. And so I have this this plan here of finishing my writing this month, and this is my writing bujo, my writing bullet journal. So I'm keeping track of my word counts, I'm keeping track of my progress, and I want to be able to finish. I'm on chapter 17 now. I'm about midway through chapter 17 right now, and I just have to get through to 27. That's not including the extra scenes and everything I have to incorporate, but I figure after NaNoWriMo will be the best time to do that, because leaving it open and doing the sequel before I technically finish the first book, I feel, for me, being it my first sequel that I've actually officially, like, I've written sequels to stories, yes, but they were like fan fiction, and they weren't like all put together, major plot holes, stuff that was in book 1 that was never in book 2, but was never even spoken of in book 1, things like that. So I don't want this one to be that way, because I am wanting to self-publish this, so I want it to be an actual legit sequel. So I want to write them like kind of cohesively, and kind of cohesively. I don't know, I'm trying to use big words. I want to write them side by side because I feel like if I leave book 1 in the 0 draft, excuse me, I'm literally sick today. And I was sick yesterday and I've missed work for 2 days and I'm just, for some reason, really wanted to do this. So, on another note, anyways. So if I write them side by side, it'll give me the opportunity in book 2 to put the information that may need foreshadowing in book 1 and vice versa, things that happened in book 1 that I want to be spoken about in book 2 and things like that. And they're very different formats too, because the first one right now, it's kind of all written in like it's all one story. Like it's what's happening at one period of time, whereas book 2 is half flashbacks and half a continuation of what's going on at the time in the first book. So it gives you backstory on why this stuff was going on in the first one. Okay. This is gonna get a little much. Okay, so in book 1, I call it AVD because it's angels versus demons, pretty much, but it's not, like, they're not going against each other. I don't really know how to explain it, but there's angels, there's demons, whatever. And so for Mark, and this isn't a spoiler or anything, you can go onto my website if you want to read the first chapter. Mark follows an angel who accidentally saves a demon's life. Angels male, demons female. This is not a love story. Please do not make this into a love story. But the angel accidentally saves the demon's life, and it kind of the rule of the underworld is that if anyone saves your life, you're in debt to them. You owe them 3 favors, kind of like a genie, whatever. But like a mark appears on the person which you owe. So like, say a human saves a demon's life, and then the demon marks the human with their demon mark, and then the human has to use up their favors in order to get rid of the mark. And you know, humans usually be like, oh, I want rich and fame, and oh, I want this person avenge this person and that person, and oh, I want to live until this age or whatever, something crazy like that. But with it being an angel, she's marked an angel, and in doing so, he loses his wings. Poor guy. He loses his wings, and then the whole story is him trying to get his wings back. And there's a lot more to that too, which I actually, oh my god, this is gonna be like the most off-topic video, and it is my first video, and it's like, I don't know if anyone's gonna want to stick around for my rambliness because I go on tangents a lot, but I just got to a point in my story today where a major plot hole was filled in because I did not know how it was gonna work, but it just wrote itself. It just wrote itself, and I was so happy. Anyways, so my current project, so the demon is helping the angel, but the angel, of course, is like, I'm not gonna just like ask for random stuff or whatever. Like, he doesn't even want the mark, he doesn't want the demon's help or anything, he just wants to get his wings back. And then of course she has her own agenda that she's been working on. She's been dead for like 700 years. But she has like a whole purpose of why she died, how she died, and what she's been doing since she died. And marking an angel is kind of like throwing everything off of her plans of 700 years of work and research and searching for things that she wants to accomplish. Not things, the thing that she wants to accomplish. So book 1 follows him and his journey, and she's alongside, like you get to see her too, but it doesn't talk about her as much as it talks about him. In book 2, you get, you know, more of her side of what's going on and what happened in the past, why she died, what she's been doing since she's died. And I just don't want to mess this up. I want it to be a cohesive sequel where everything flows together and nothing is like, oh, but you mentioned this and then never brought it back up again, because I have the tendency to do that and I don't want to do that. This is fine. So that is why I want to work on them cohesively. And again, I mentioned you can read the first chapter of Marked already on my blog, myinfinitewords.com. It's unedited, don't judge me, but if you like it enough, you can also send me a query, not a query. You can send me a query letter if you want it. No, you can submit a request to beta read, because I will be needing beta readers for book 1. I'm thinking probably January at this point. There is so much I want to talk about, but do I really want my first vlog to be an endless rambling mess? I guess so. Enjoy the ride. You can definitely submit to be a beta reader. I think January I'll be needing those. And I'm probably gonna start low with like maybe 5 beta readers. But there are 2 other novels up at the moment that are current works and projects. They're not my main focus, but they are being worked on at the same time as these. So I don't know when I'm gonna need baby readers. I don't know when I'm gonna need beta readers for those, but for Unknown Territory and for Deeper, you can read the first chapters unedited of those, and if you like them enough, you can request a beta of those and sign up for notifications of when it is going to be continued. And then For My Kingdom, I haven't started writing yet. I had the idea for My Kingdom at the same time I started writing AVD Marked, but it was Nano last year and I wanted to focus on Marked, so I kind of just wrote down all the information that was in my head about For My Kingdom, but I didn't, I have a whole 3-page write out of what's going to happen in that story. Of course, there's still a lot of planning to go forward, but it's ready to be started, but it hasn't been started yet. And you can request a beta of that one, but you just don't have anything to read beforehand. I had a list of things that I was going to talk about, and look how short this list is, and this video is already freaking 13 minutes. I'm going to restart. I don't have editing software, so I can't edit. I'm sorry the lighting is bad as well, because there's no windows in this area of my apartment. I live in, it's like a studio, but it has a wall partition between the sleeping and the sitting area, but there's no door to the area, and there's no window because I'm in an apartment and I'm in the middle, so the window's in the back. But that's, I am going off topic, guys. Okay, so I've introduced myself, my goals,